Hi there, it's Steph. I'm back with another video. I have a video for you today that is about Boston. I'm hoping that this will help you feel like you've taken a visit to Boston in the different seasons, and it also will help you learn some new vocabulary. So you can practice your reading skills with this video. You can also practice your vocabulary skills, and you can get to know Boston a little bit better. So if you've never been here before, there's tons to do here in Boston, and it's a great place to visit. There's lots of history that you can learn, lots of outdoor activities to do also in the parks and along the Charles River. So, all right, let's get started. This video is all about visiting Boston and learning English vocabulary. Read along and repeat the words for pronunciation help. In the fall, the leaves accumulate on the ground and they make a crunching sound under your feet. What do these words mean that are highlighted? Accumulate and crunching. Accumulate, it means gather together or acquire an increasing number or quantity of. So in the fall, we have lots of leaves that accumulate on the ground. And we also have the word crunching. Crunching is the sound that's made when we walk on the leaves that are dry. So making a loud but muffled grinding sound. The Boston Commons is one of the best places to take a walk in the city. There are an abundance of activities to do in Boston. So if you've never been to Boston before, the Boston Commons is one of the oldest city parks in the United States. And there are two sides in the downtown area. One is the Boston Commons and the other is the Boston Gardens. So the Boston Commons is a place where people enjoy hanging out, taking walks. There's sculptures that you can visit and a park for kids. And in the wintertime, it's beautiful because the city puts Christmas lights on all the trees, and you can go ice skating on the frog pond. What does abundance mean? Abundance means a very large quantity of something. So there are an abundance of activities to do in Boston. Seeing the Boston Red Sox play at Fenway is a satisfying way to spend an evening. So this is a gorgeous picture of the Fenway Red Sox baseball stadium. And if you've never been to a Red Sox game before, I highly recommend it. It's really fun. Even if you don't like baseball, it's a really cool local Boston activity to do. It's really satisfying. What does satisfying mean? Giving fulfillment or the pleasure associated with something. So it makes you feel happy, it gives you pleasure. The Strata Center building by Frank Gehry, located at the MIT campus, is a symbol of the university's ingenuity. So this is a building called the Strata Center. It's very modern, and when you walk by it or drive by it, you get the feeling that you're inside of a Dr. Seuss movie, which was like a children's book that looked kind of futuristic or even like cartoon-like. What do these words mean? Symbol, something that represents or stands for something else. Ingenuity, the quality of being clever, original, and inventive. So you can tell that this comes from genius, right? So someone who is creative, or they can think of new inventions. We know at MIT there are a lot of geniuses who study there. There are a lot of monuments along the Freedom Trail in Boston, like this one, Benjamin Franklin. Like this one of Benjamin Franklin, one of the founding fathers of the U.S., who was paramount during the 1700s in helping build America. Do you know who Benjamin Franklin is? So he was a really important inventor in the United States, but he also helped build the democracy and the Constitution that we know today in our American government. What do these words mean? Monument, a statue, building, or other structure erected to commemorate a famous or notable person or event. So commemorate means when you want to make sure that this person is known or people can come visit it to learn about the history because they did something really important in the history of the country. Paramount, more important than anything else, supreme, right? So he was paramount. He was a very important figure in American history. See phenomenal views of the city along the Charles River and watch the boats pass by. Phenomenal. Practice your pronunciation as you listen to these words. So this is the Charles River in the summertime. Looks very different right now in the wintertime. It's got a trail all along the side of the river that you can walk on, run, ride a bike. It's very beautiful, and you can go check out some of the different parks, and there's different activities to do with your family in the summertime, and we see lots of boats and really famous views of the boats passing by. What does this word mean? Phenomenal. Very remarkable or extraordinary. It's got phenomenal views. The Boston Public Library has an enormous and an ornate reading room that reminds us of the European history in art and architecture. So the Boston Public Library is enormous and ornate, right? So it's very big, and can you guess what ornate means? When you look at this picture, what do you think? So we know enormous means very large in size and quantity, and ornate, it has to do with an intricate shape or decorated with complex patterns. So you can see in this picture that I showed you, you can see ornate decorations in the ceiling and also in the architecture of the whole building. Boston University is one of 35 colleges and universities that has helped this city ascend into one of the top places to live and study in the U.S. So this is one of the colleges on campus, the Questrom. It is an excellent place to study for business. Many graduate students come here for their MBA. And Boston University is one of the best colleges in the United States, and it's one of many in Massachusetts. What does ascend mean? Ascend means to move up the social or professional scale. So Massachusetts has become very competitive in terms of universities and jobs and careers for many years. One distinguishing factor that Boston's restaurants have from others is authentic international cuisine. So a distinguishing factor, an authentic international cuisine. So that's one thing that I really love about Boston is all of the different kinds of restaurants that you can find, and you really get an authentic international cuisine. What do these words mean? Distinguishing. Characteristic of one thing or person, so serving to identify it, distinctive. So it makes it different, right? Something that identifies you from someone else, or identifies a restaurant, in this case, from someone else. Authentic, made or done in the traditional or original way, or in a way that faithfully resembles an original. When the snow falls on Boston, it's quite spectacular. It's quite a spectacular sight to see, and the scenery is out of a movie. So you can see here that this is like right after a fresh snow, and this is in the Boston Gardens, right across from the Boston Commons, and we see a famous statue here, and it's a spectacular sight to see when the sun comes out right after the storm. It's really beautiful. It's a great time to take pictures. Spectacular. Beautiful in a dramatic and eye-catching way. So it really catches your attention. Scenery. The natural features of a landscape considered in terms of their appearance, especially when picturesque. So it really looks like it's been kind of painted or something like that. All right, that's all for now. Check out my other videos for more English language help. I got all my photos from a free photo website called Unsplash. All right, thanks for watching my video, and don't forget to subscribe and like and share my videos with your friends. All right, thanks. Have a good day.